In the first test match played between India and Australia at Adelaide, the pink ball test, India managed to restrict Australia below 100 runs in their second innings. What could be the reason? Option number 1, India bowled and fielded brilliantly. Option number 2, Australia batted miserably. Option number 3, both 1 and 2 are correct. And option number 4, none of the above. Keep thinking and I'll come up with the correct answer after a short intro. Hi friends, you are watching Cricket with Raghuram. So the right answer for my question is yes, you are correct. Option number 4, none of the above. Because India gave a target of only 90 runs for Australia to win the match, and there was no question of Australia reaching 100 in their second innings, isn't it? Just 90 runs for Australia to win the match? Yes, you heard it right. Chasing a target of 90 runs to win, Australia won the first test by 8 wickets with 2.5 days to spare. Earlier, India created a record in the first session of day 3. Wait, did I mention a record? Yes, India made a record. Then if India made a record, why did they lose the match? This is because India had created a horrible record that Team India and the Indian fans would like to forget that record as soon as possible. Team India set a new low to themselves when they were bundled out for just 36 runs in their second innings. Yes, you heard it right. India were all out for 36 runs in their second innings. This is the lowest total for India in the history of Test cricket. And it also happened to be the 4th ever lowest total in Test history. India also had a record in a record. When India had lost 6 wickets when the team total was 19 runs, they had scored the lowest total ever in the history of the game at the point of losing 6 wickets. No Indian batsman had a double-digit score against his name, while Mayank Agrawal top scored for India with just 9 runs. A lethal bowling attack by Aussie pacers demolished India's chances of saving the test, leave alone winning it. India faced horrible humiliation as Pat Cummins ripped through the Indian defences and took 4 wickets as he left the Indian batsmen helpless. Things happened so quickly that India never got time to recover from the damages imparted by the Aussie bowlers. And rest of the demolition act was completed by a brutal spell of Josh Hazlewood. He would be proud to have finished with a match-winning spell of 5 for 8. I mean, Hazlewood took 5 wickets, giving away just 8 runs. I really felt bad for Cummins and Hazlewood because in spite of a match-winning effort with the ball, they could not get the players of the match honours. They should have been jointly awarded. In fact, it was the Aussie captain Tim Paine who was adjudged the player of the match. I am not against the decision because Tim Paine's valuable 73 runs came at a time when Aussies had already lost 7 wickets and they were looking in deep trouble. Paine's runs proved crucial for the Aussie win. His innings did not allow India to run away with the advantage of having a bigger first innings lead. In a way, Paine being the player of the match was the right decision. But why can't the format have more than one player of the match? Why can't there be separate players of the match for batsmen and bowlers, and in fact for the fielders and wicketkeeper also? Sometimes those important catches taken by the fielder or wicketkeeper, or the catches and stumpings made by the wicketkeeper, can contribute to the win. In that scenario, shouldn't the fielder or wicketkeeper be the player of the match? Think. But the Aussies couldn't get the wicket of Prithvi Shaw on day 3. Guess why? Because Mr. Prithvi was already dismissed on day 2 without having troubled the scorers. And there is another bad news for India. Shami got badly injured and is likely to miss out the rest of the series. This will hit India badly. Earlier on the first day of the test match, India batted first and almost immediately lost the wicket of Prithvi Shaw in the second ball itself. After Mayank Agarwal too got out early, Cheteshwar Pujara, Virat Kohli and Ajinkya Rahane brought India back into the game with useful contributions. With their efforts, India managed to put 244 runs on board. India would have easily accumulated more than 300 runs if it weren't a confused mess-up between Virat Kohli and Ajinkya Rahane. Kohli got run out in the mess-up for a well-made 74 runs, which eventually was the top score for India. Few overs later, Ajinkya Rahane too walked back towards the dressing room. The tail couldn't wag long for India. Mitchell Starc and Pat Cummins seriously troubled the Indian batting lineup, taking 4 and 3 wickets respectively in the proceedings. But when it came to the bowling department, India bounced back and created havoc in the Aussie dressing room. These were pleasant scenarios for the Indian fans. While Wade and Burns struggled to get runs, Smith, Green and Head also couldn't trouble the scorers. Indian bowlers bowled with grit and intent. It was a perfect screenplay for India. When Australia had lost 7 wickets for 111 runs, India still had 133 more runs in their bank. But it was Aussie captain Tim Paine who denied India a big lead. Even before Tim Paine could set his roots in, he was dropped by Mayank Agarwal, and Tim Paine made good use of this opportunity. With the help of some petty contributions from the tail end, Paine made 73 runs and shrunk India's lead to 53 runs. Aussies were all out for 191 runs. Marnus Labuschagne was the second top scorer for Aussies with 47 runs. Labuschagne proved costly for India as his catch was dropped thrice by Saha, Bumrah and Prithvi Shaw, each of them dropping the catch once. Bumrah actually jumped to gather an easy catch and made it look like a tough one. Sometimes a jump gets you a catch and sometimes you drop a catch when you jump. Moral of the story is, don't jump when you need not. India would definitely believe that they lost the plot after having dismissed half the Aussie team for just 79 runs. Had they dismissed Australia for lesser runs, had they put on at least 150 runs on board in the second innings, the result would have been different. The match always belonged to India. They dominated the match for the first 2 days and lost the match in just one session. The absence of the fifth bowler too would have hurt India. Ashwin was exemplary with best figures of 4 for 55 for India. He also took a wicket in the fourth innings. Umesh Yadav and Jasprit Bumrah with 3 and 2 wickets to their credit respectively also troubled the Aussie batsmen and did not allow them to settle in. Ashwin was of course unplayable. Shami didn't get a wicket, but he was tight and right. While Australia chased for a win, they looked as if they were in a hurry. Wade and Burns started confidently and put quick runs on the board. A tinny target of 90 runs to win would give the freedom to play. It is obvious. While Wade was run out in a confusion which wasn't needed at all, Labuschagne got out early trying heroics. Burns showed some form as he completed his 50 with a 6 and winning the match for his team in the same ball. Finally, I would like to tell that India did not play badly. They just had a bad session, a terribly bad session, the memories of which they would like to forget as quickly as possible. If they carry these memories into the second match, Indian team would be boxing against themselves in the Boxing Day test. And importantly, I would like to credit the Aussie bowling, which was crucial for their win. India should come with a different mindset in the second match, with few changes being made in the playing 11. India will be playing that match without Virat Kohli, and Rohit Sharma is yet to join in the later matches. India might miss the services of Shami too. Australia would look to capitalize on this win and demoralize India yet again. Courage, intent and content will be the key for Team India in the second test. Will India fight back, leaving their demons back at Adelaide? We need to wait and see. Labuschagne was caught screaming, "No run, no run," as if alerting himself and his partner as and when he faced troublesome balls. He was also dancing around the crease. Well, I would love to see the Indian bowlers trouble the Aussie batsmen in their backyard. At the same time, I would love to see the Indian batsmen take the attack onto the Aussie bowlers. I hope and wish to see a good and even contest between India and Australia in the second test. Fingers crossed. Thanks for watching my video. If you have loved my video, kindly like, share and subscribe my channel. I will see you all in my next video with more cricketing news. Until then, goodbye. Namaste.